Okay, so I'm just going to start again because I'm nearly at 15 minutes and I can't upload more than 15. So yeah, they will do that. They will gaslight. So it's a very important thing to remember is security. You need to get alarms, preferably cameras, locks, everything you can. And I'm going to get more cameras soon. So yeah, you need to get cameras. You need to get cameras. Is basically what I'm saying. So they may find ways around it, but it's not going to. You basically want to make it as difficult as you can for them. So get as many cameras as you can. Get infrared cameras. They cost you about 60-70 quid each. I got one for about 69.99, and it's a good camera. It's tough, well made. It's got infrared. So I'm slurring my words because of my cold. It's got infrared, so yeah. But the perps, another thing they will do as well is they will start a noise campaign, and I've already kind of mentioned with the sirens, but they will do all sorts. They will get your neighbours to slam doors in the middle of the night. They will get your neighbours to bang the ceiling. They will bang walls. They will hammer. They will set off alarms, slam things that you anything you can imagine to make noise. They won't get mowers in the summer, for instance. I've had constant power tools all last summer, and I know the summer before this never happened because I've been in. This is my third year in this current quarters I live, so they have the whole of last year was just terrible noise with power tools, strimmers, chainsaws, cutters, all over, mainly in the area of the flat, but close by was just noise all summer. And they've cut it back a bit because it's harder to get away with, but you can guarantee when the spring comes it'll start up again when they've got excuses for doing it. But noise campaign, you'll have cars honking outside your window. I've had that. I've had cars driving past every night. I mean, one thing my neighbours were doing, the perp neighbours, fake cannabis grow neighbours, that is, they'd drive in at the exact same time every night, slam doors, and then they'd leave. I'm not making this up. And they would drive, and it was around 10:30, 11 p.m. at night to 11:30 at night. They would come in, slam the doors real loud, stay in for maybe 40 minutes to an hour, slam the doors leaving, and then drive off again. And this happened every single night for about 4 or 5 months. They've recently stopped, but this happened every night, every single night. So noise campaign is a big one that they will do. Another thing they will do is street theatre. You may have just random people looking at you like they know you. You may have random people giving you nasty glances for no apparent reason. You will have them cough when they walk past you, whistle when they walk past you. For instance, if they're walking dogs, and this is something they've been doing to me the last few days, is I've had loads of people with dogs coming near me, and then as soon as you approach, they'll say, come on, like that to the dog. And this is just subliminally comparing you to the dog. This is just the psychological things they do. And after that, sorry, not after that, but other things with the street theatre they do will be, they may mention your name, and then not your full name usually, although I had it once where they said my full second name but in a very fast deniable way. So say my name was Johnson, they said it like this: James Johnson. Sorry, no, they didn't say my first name, but they said Johnson, like that. So you know what I'm saying? They just do shit like that to kind of freak you out. They'll mention things that have happened in your life, and this is because they do full research and ask people about you. They'll mention people you know, the names of people you know, places you've been, holidays you've had, things that have happened to you, usually negative things, or embarrassing things they will mention. They will let you know by directed conversation sometimes things that you are planning to do or have done. This hasn't been so bad recently because I don't really fucking tell anyone what I do now, so they can't really do that as much. But they've done all sorts. I mean, they'll grin at you when they walk past. They will do all sorts of things. And getting into the neuro-linguistic programming side, one thing my perps do is they will walk past with one hand in their pocket and one hand out, and that's something they've been doing all last year, non-stop, all the time. And often when they do that, they will look at me, or they will whistle or cough when they walk past. And another thing they do is double cough, because I did that to harass them. I did that to kind of fuck with them, and they've copied that. So they do the double cough now to me. But it's kind of funny in a way, because I taught them that. So, but they use that to harass me now. So, yeah, it's kind of funny in a way. But yeah, computer sabotage, micro vandalism. This is kind of into the gaslighting again. They will scratch your belongings. They may that slightly damage your clothes. I mean, for instance, I bought a leather jacket and a load of scratches appeared on it. I'm not sure if it was accidental or something my mum did when she was taking it, but I noticed scratches appeared on it, and I've been suspicious of my family targeting me, and I can't say they aren't, but some things they have done have got me suspicious. One thing they do that has got me suspicious is they will often ask where I've been or what I'm doing all the time. But, you know, it's worth to keep in mind that family members can and are used to targeted individuals. Not to say you should assume they are, because it's not always. Obviously, it's going to be the most difficult thing to do, to kind of convince someone to target you, but they may do this by saying you need to be watched, or you've done a bad thing and you need to be punished for it. So it's just something that they do. So on the micro vandalism thing, they just they will attack your computers, get a VPN if you're targeting, get a virtual private network. It'll make what they do a lot more difficult. Try not to use Wi-Fi because they can intercept the signal. It's not good for your health anyway, but they can intercept the signal in the air and they can spy on you with that. Mobile phones, keep the battery out your phone if you're talking about something you don't want the perps to know, pretty much. So they can use the microphones on your phone, your computers. 90% of the time they don't even have to put bugs in your home, because they can just use your appliances against you. They can use your computer, phones, anything like that. They can use against you to listen. So I'm not going to get into the electronic side of the targeting so much in this, but I'm going to concentrate more on the psychological side and the kind of things that they do to damage you mentally. So I'll give you an example of one thing they did to me, and this was this jacket I was talking about. I just got my first leather jacket. This was about 3 years ago. So, and this is before I knew I was being targeted, but I believe I could have been targeted as early as 2008, gradually stepped up, but again, I'm not going to get into that. As for when I say I'm being targeted in the beginning, it's the kind of time I realised I was being targeted. So I just got a leather jacket off eBay. So a couple of weeks after, I'm walking through the Peace Gardens in Sheffield, which is like not the Peace Gardens, Botanical Gardens. Sorry, it's like an indoor greenhouse. So just at the entrance to that, there was two lads sat on a seat, with like a smirk on their face when they saw me, and one of them just looked at me and said, "Nice coat, mate." Like that, you know what I mean? So this is before being targeted, and I was, I was quite pissed off around that time in life. I just told them to fuck off, straight up. I said, "Fuck off, you fucking faggots," something like that. Then they just smirked, kept smirking. So I just thought, must be me. I just thought probably someone thinking they're funny, but a part of me thought that was quite kind of strange the way they looked at me like they've been. That was it. I just thought they looked like they'd been told to do it. That's the thing that got me. You know what I mean? I just thought they looked like they'd been told to do it. So that happened, and just you know weird things like that keep happening. But that's just one example. But another thing the perks will do. I'm sorry if this. I'm listing a lot. I'm just trying to list everything I can think that they do. So